global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Some few days ago, of course, the person of Honorable Kinga, the House of Rep member representing Idiato in Imo State, raised an alarm over the movement by ProWike group, the likes of Amaewhule and of course Wike himself, over many things, of course not limited to what is going on in Rivers State, one of which was the fact that they're making moves to stop the local government funds from getting to Rivers State. Well, the Fubara's government have finally decided to react to this matter, and the moment we're going to find out what it is. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Let's hit the ground running. Of course, my colleague is also in the house. Now, the legal battle between the Rivers State House of Assembly and the Central Bank of Nigeria, that's CBN, along with 9 other defendants, that's the deceased defendants, which is the Accountant General of Rivers State, has filed a motion challenging the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court in Abuja and alleging bias on the part of Justice J.O. Abdul Malik. And the Accountant General of Rivers State, represented by Tuduru Ede, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, San and Co., is seeking an order to transfer the case suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/984/2024 to the Port Harcourt Judicial Division of the Federal High Court, and the defendant argues that the majority of the parties reside in Port Harcourt, and the subject matter of the suit relates to activities in Rivers State. According to the motion, 10 out of the 12 defendants, including the plaintiffs, reside outside Abuja, causing logical hardships and unnecessary expenses for the parties involved. The Accountant General of Rivers State contends that there are no grounds for the case to be heard in Abuja and that the matter should be reassigned to the Port Harcourt Division, where there are 6 judges available. And furthermore, the motion alleges a likelihood of bias against the Accountant General of Rivers State and other defended by Justice J.O. Abdul Malik. The defendant cites instances where the judge refused to hear applications challenging the court's jurisdiction and argues that the court's actions presuppose a preconceived objective against the defendant. Now, the Accountant General of Rivers State also points to several cases in the Abuja Division of the Federal High Court where adverse orders and judgments were made against the 5th and 10th defendant, to whom the Accountant General reports. In light of these concerns, the Accountant General of Rivers State is requesting that Justice J.O. Abdul Malik recuse himself from further adjudicating the case or the suit, and that the case be transferred to Port Harcourt Judicial Division in the interest of justice. The Rivers State Accountant General accuses Justice Abdul Malik of bias, challenges jurisdiction in assembly case. My colleague is in the house, and this is getting quite interesting. To start with, there have been a lot of people in this matter. Of course, the likes of Femi Falana, the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, a human rights lawyer, did mention the same issue about jurisdiction. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on the ground on the fact that the Accountant General of Rivers State is literally saying that, from what he is saying, the 6th and 10th defendants have not received any favorable, in fact, they don't even allow them to air their cases, and he believes that, and one of which he is reporting to, which I perceive very strongly, will have to be Fubara, that they will not get justice. What's your take on this, please?
Well, that's absolutely true. That's why it's bothering everyone that the likes of the CGN and also Attorney General of the Federation seems not to be saying anything about this. Why, even when it's so conspicuous that the issue of jurisdiction should play out here. If officially all the defendants you're talking about, and even the person who brought the case, all of them are residing in Rivers State, then what business do you have to take it as far as the federal? I mean, this is really absurd. And unfortunately, a lot has been happening in the area of the other party trying to woo the judges with gift and all of that. These are very troubling issues for Nigerians, and it's a pointer to the fact that the judicial officers have been pocketed a kind of.
Well, very quickly before get this off the way, don't you think even CBN that they're referring to as a federal agency, don't you think they have a branch in Rivers State where they don't even need to still go to Abuja?
Exactly. So whatever someone you're going to reach out, or whatever court order you're going to give, you just give it to the branch there. You don't need to take it to anywhere. I mean, this thing is totally out of place, but we all know where this is driving to. We all know that this is sponsored by someone, and that's why the level of favor, that's why he's totally so out in spending the FCT money, in making sure that he makes those people very comfortable, so that, somehow their conscience will be pricked if they want to do anything against him. But that is not for the betterment of the people of Rivers State. Everything should be allowed to flow the way it should be, because if it's not allowed to flow the way it should be, we are going to see a repeat of this kind of case in the future. He's not going to be the first, or neither would he be the last, FCT minister. They're going to be others. And guess what? As they come on board, they will also use the judiciary as a tool to remote control things in wherever they are coming from. I mean, this is really out of place, and it's not good for the people of Rivers State, and not even good for Nigerians in general, especially the judiciary. People seem to have lost hope in judiciary. This is not what we expected to see, especially considering how many years we have spent in democracy. As democracy is advancing, it's expected that even the three arms of government should advance them. They were meant to serve as watchdog over others, and especially the judiciary. Judiciary is meant to be very impartial, non-partisan when it comes to the issue of politics. But unfortunately, that is not what we are seeing. We see them standing by the side of these corrupt politicians and doing things the way they like. Imagine when Bode George said it, people thought the man was speaking out of maybe the conscience of an old man. He said that most of the judicial officers are now in the payroll of these politicians. So what do? They try to make sure that they get what they want from the judiciary. And they know very well that when the judiciary speak, no one can stand against it. You understand? So with that at heart, you see them going extra mile, stripping people of their land just to build quarters for them and all of that, so that tomorrow they say, you can see how much I treated them. It has been a normal thing. If you are not, ready to cower down for them, you see him reacting anyhow and all of that. This is not, it should not be permitted. The judiciary need to wake up. The Attorney General of the Federation needs to wake up and correct this abnormality. It's totally out of place.
All right, but one last question. Do you think that this first one is to Rivers State? Do you think that they will actually listen to him?
Well, the issue, the senior advocate of Nigeria, who is in charge of the case for the Rivers State government, has already written it, and there had been no response. The judge in charge, or the chief judge of the Federal High Court, did not respond. And we are hopeful that possibly when he weighs the case and also consider some of the points that have been raised in that request, he would think in that light, because I think that's the ideal thing to do at this point, so that the judges can be free, to do what they're supposed to do. The influence is becoming unnecessarily too much, and it's not good enough, for the judiciary.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. Let's hope that eventually when they will respond, they will look at the situation really based on the Nigerian constitution, not really to favor any particular person. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take? Have a nice time. God bless you. Bye.